Ladies and gentlemen, Opposite Attractions proudly presents a new Blazing Fury.
Well, hi everybody, welcome to Opposite Attractions, the show about theme park design that's technically possible. I'm joined this week by just the saltiest lad in all the land. It's Jim Murphy.
I don't know what that was.
This is Scottye, Jim, because you gave us a fucking ride that wasn't based in Disney or Universal, so the whole show's gonna be this now.
Turn me around, Bullseye, so I can see.
Yeah, I last week you did say something, and it's true, and it's that I fucking hate the ride you presented this week. But I don't know if you know this, I've never ridden it. I only have the secondhand account from my co-host on on BS, Blake Tanner. Me personally, I've avoided all of Dollywood.
I've also never been to the Dollywood. I did watch a video of the ride on the YouTubes, and I was greatly disturbed.
The weirdest thing about Dollywood, I believe, is the fact that they just straight up got Dolly's house there. Like, everything else is like just normal theme park, and then also they're like, this is where Dolly grew up. This is an exact replica of her home. And if I ever got to the point where I could make Scotland my own theme park, there's no way I'd fucking put my childhood home in there and be like, and that's where he jerked off all the time, and then over here you can see his collection of way too many independent pro wrestling DVDs, and
that's actually what's in the touch and taste lab at Figment. That's why you're not allowed to go in there.
Absolutely not, Jim. No. But
he's called the Dream Finder. They're just missing the first part of that. Yes,
the wet Dream Finder. Yes.
I think so two things I learned looking at this ride. One, I didn't realize that Dollywood was like the fifth version of that same park.
Wait, what? I didn't know this.
Like, it started as like a little tiny like amusement park, and then someone else bought it and they added stuff, and then it was a Silver Dollar City for a while. Art Modell, the owner of the Browns, owned it at a point.
That was when it was Artwood.
And then at some point they decided, I think it was in the 80s, they just said, they partnered with her, and for the season they were like, let's call it Dollywood, which I must say, if you didn't know that Dollywood existed, but you knew that Dolly Parton existed, and somebody said, hey, we want to make a theme park based around Dolly Parton, what should we call it? I don't know how long it would take you to get to Dollywood, but I feel like the sense of satisfaction you would feel after getting there would last you like a week and a half.
Oh yeah, no, straight up, the guy's sitting there and he's just like, Dollyland, Dolly Llama, and then like you just see him, his eyes slowly open as he looks up, and you just hear him go, fuck, that's good. Yes, oh Greg, you're getting the raise, Greg. Yes, baby. And then he just like busts in. It's shut down. It's nighttime. He busts into Dolly Parton's room just like, Dollywood. She's like, you got it, sweetheart.
I would what?
I really wish that there was a ride in this park all based around Jolene. It's just a ride where you go into a bank and there's like a really hot animatronic, and the rest of the ride is watching the animatronic start to try to steal your man. And you're trying your best to avoid it.
The second thing I found weird about this is that if you look at their list of attractions, like if you get past the like simple like amusement park stuff, like, oh, it's a scrambler or a little kitty drop thing or a teacup ride, and you get to the ones that like companies actually made, like outside companies, there's like major companies, and then when you get to Blazing Fury, it says built in-house. And it explains so very much.
This is a fucking. We called Greg down at the magic shop to come in and make a ride for us, and this is what happened. But I will say, you brought up something that is in fact what I wanted to do today, because I could not find a quiz on Dollyland or Dollywood, and I don't know if either of us would even get close to passing a Dollywood quiz. I may be able to pass a quiz just on that section of Tennessee, but instead, I would like to take our listeners, and more specifically our people on YouTube, through an experience with me. Because I'm just gonna pull up. This is the first ever Opposite Attractions ride through. If you're ever in Dollywood and you're riding this ride, just pop this audio in your ears and hopefully it should sync up with the ride. This is Mystery Theme Park Theater 3000. And this is from Attractions Magazine, so it's obviously gonna be a good video. The ride, however, may not be the best. Let's see. There's an image of ride safety information, which is, let's be honest, a fucking joke. Wait, what the fuck? It just the sign doesn't even look like it says Fury. It looks like it says Blazing Ferg, and that's it. And the ride vehicles, oh, they leave something to be desired. The best way I could describe them is Lincoln Logs. And speaking of Lincoln Logs, it does look like an erector set is what makes up the track here.
I would like to point out that I think this video takes place around the holidays, and so they have Christmas lights everywhere, and it helps like light up everything you probably shouldn't see while riding the ride.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that does track. There's an old couple that I think they just straight up stole from Carousel of Progress. That's just a fucking tarp. That is the tarp that says you shouldn't look at this, and it's just right there. And now we're going through basically like an old-timey saloon. That looks like Bob Belcher in a cowboy hat on one side there. And we're passing the Timber Tower Water Supply Company. And now we're going to hell. It's just this dark hallway, I guess going past the sheriff's office. And a big sign that says exit. And God, I wish I could. And oh god, oh this is the worst part, because there's just a child sitting, like rocking back and forth on top of a burning building and people are yelling at her to jump. Alright, and there's some Chuck E. Cheese quality animatronics there, and now we're in a tube of death. This ride is just the ride is okay. I really enjoy the fucking, like, I guess this is supposed to be a fireman putting out a fire with a stream of water, but they couldn't get water, so they just have, like, this long string of lights leading from the top that are flashing multiple colors, none of which water have ever looked. And once again, we're in a darkness tube. And, oh no, this is all kind of dark. Okay, here we go. And now we turn a corner into the pit of hell itself. Now, keep in mind at this point, if you're watching online with us, this is billed as a fucking roller coaster. And the best way I could describe the pace of the ride is not quite dark ride, but not quite the speed you expect a roller coaster, so it's just uncomfortably fast. Alright, and now coming up...
It's those little sections of the People Mover with speed.
Yep. Oh no! And then you get a drop that's akin to the Pirates of the Caribbean drop. And I guess you roller coaster around for a few. And is that it? I think that's it, because now there's just a tunnel with Christmas lights, and that's it. Jim, this ride is hot fucking garbage. Even the YouTube video, oh god, there's a fucking train. And nope, you get another Pirates of the Caribbean drop because you don't want to get hit by a train. And you emerge into Satan's chambers itself before you drop again into the ocean. Because fuck it at this point on this stupid ride. And now there's an old man welcoming... Well, it's a skeleton welcoming you back from the grave. Jim, what the fuck? Jim, what is this?
I'm pretty sure it's essentially a giant lift hill with 3 drops at the end of it.
Yes, that's straight up all it is. And I really enjoy the ads for Attractions magazine coming up at the end, letting you know, like, hey, there's better shit. You know that, right? You know there's a lot better shit you could have enjoyed at this point in your life.
This is barely an attraction.
This is barely a ride. That's all this is. I don't understand. It's so bad. Why would you do this to me? I mean, I guess you have given us kind of an easy job this week, because the job is to fix the ride. And homeboy, all we really have to do to fix this ride is, like, make it better, I guess. Make it the Haunted Mansion. Literally anything could make this better. So, I guess I'll leave it to you. What did you bring to the table to fix Blazing Saddles?
First thing, I just realized that we're dressed alike.
Oh god, we are both wearing some official. We are definitely both wearing oh god. Also, for the people on YouTube, there's a bug crawling on my camera. And it now looks like I'm being attacked by a giant monster. The quality of this episode is as good as Blazing Fury deserves. Here, get away. Yeah. There we go. Spooked him off. But yeah, we are both.
My idea for
Jim's like, we gotta try to do a podcast.
My idea for repairing Blazing Fury
is lightheaded.
Fairly simple.
Yeah.
There's about 3 or 4 steps. Mm-hmm. Step 1 is take the track out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Step 2, leave everything exactly the way it is otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Step 3, realistic fire effects over top of the bad fire effects.
Okay.
And step 4, put like real roller coaster track in it.
Oh, I thought you were... Okay. I thought you were about to propose my idea from last week, which is the only way to fix this ride is to make it a true Blazing Fury and set the sumbitch on fire.
No, I think the idea is that you have basically gone to hell and this is what you're experiencing.
Hey, why are theme parks just so horny for sending its people to hell? Like, I can count, like, on more than both hands the number of rides that involve you dying.
I wanted to find the easiest way to fix this.
Yeah.
But it is so bad.
Yes.
That I didn't want to just start over.
Oh,
but I did. The horribleness of the animatronics and and everything, I feel like they're bad enough that if you were told that they were a punishment, it would make the ride better.
Please tell me this is your fucking punch-up for this ride, is you just making it the punishment for people who get too drunk at Dollywood, is you now get sent to the shame ride until you sober up.
I would make it like I would at least up the thrill factor to Big Thunder levels.
Yeah, but even then, like, the best way you could do that is, like, punch out the top of the building and send the roller coaster out.
I feel like they might have to do some building, but I still want to leave all the scenes exactly the same. I just want to put effects over them so that actually are better and more realistic, but you can still see the really bad fake ones in the background.
I almost enjoy this concept. It's almost akin to the Simpsons ride where you get into Krusty Land and you're gonna ride Krusty's roller coaster, but the ride itself is saying, no, this roller coaster sucks. Instead, Sideshow Bob's gonna try to kill you the whole time. I like the idea that you get into this ride and it's like, the ride itself stays the same, but you're told beforehand that the ride is haunted. And the first part, you're like, oh, this ride does suck ass.
It does look very haunted.
Yeah, and then just shit starts popping off. It's like realistic fire effects start shooting up. You start seeing, like, I don't know how you would do this. Either a Pepper's Ghost or a very well done animatronic. They're not They're not out where you can see them well. They're just back in the corner, and they just move a little bit to give the idea that there's like a ghost. And the ghost
I would also replace the soundtrack with Jolene, but at 33 RPM.
Jolene.
It is really amazing. It is a thing that exists, and it's pretty wonderful.
We could just make it the Jolene ride. And in the new plot of Jolene is that Dolly Parton gets so jealous of Jolene, she burns her fucking house down. And that little
girl on the roof of the
Jolene!
general storage. Jolene, jump!
Which, by the way, fun fact, did you know Jolene was based off like an 8-year-old girl? Because I found that out a few weeks ago and it really fucked me up emotionally.
Maybe she wrote it in partnership with, like, Michael Jackson. You don't know.
No, here's the story of Jolene, and this is where the podcast is going, because you gave us a dookie ride to punch up, knowing that it was a futile effort. Apparently, Dolly Parton, after a show, met, like, this adorable, like, 6-year-old redheaded girl, and she was like, What's your name, sweetheart? And she goes, my name's Jolene, darling. And she goes, I'm gonna write you into a song. And the fucking song she writes this child into is all about this hot-ass fucking banker who's trying to steal Dolly Parton's man.
Is that better or worse than Hey There, Delilah by the Plain White Tees?
Look, I would love if, like, Dolly's husband walks up, picks up the 6-year-old girl, and is like, well, aren't you cute as a button? And then Dolly looks over like, this fucking bitch. Trying to take my man from me, Jolene? I swear to God, I will end you. So, okay. So your punch
up. That little girl's real name was Miley Cyrus.
Which Miley ended up doing a cover about Jolene, and I love if she started it off with like, this is a song that was written about me at a young age. And then I stole Dolly Parton.
And I'm going to sing it with Jimmy Fallon. Here we go. Let's do this.
So,
Race Through Jolene. Starring Dolly Parton.
Race Through Jolene with Jimmy Fallon. Okay, so my version of this ride is, here's the thing. It's supposed to be like, I guess you're supposed to be like the fire department going through trying to save this town. That's why, like, the ride vehicle is red. That's really that's the only good thing I have. But I'm like, that's boring.
Theming. It's called theming.
I'm like, if I want to go into a ride called Blazing Fury, I want to cause the Blazing Fury. Which is why now I'm gonna need Dollywood to team up with Game of Thrones. And when you get on this ride vehicle, it's not a ride vehicle, it's fucking Drogon. And then you go through the town just burninating everything. And in fact, I like the idea, you know like how for certain water rides they have the people walking by can put a quarter in a machine and squirt water at you? Our version of that is flamethrowers. We have flamethrowers that you can just shoot at people. And that's my Blazing Fury punch up is really it's just that. It's just fucking, you get to set everything on fire in this ride and just feel justice for having to ride this garbage ride. I just don't understand how. Like, every theme park has a ride. Because the beauty of Disney and the beauty of Universal is they can make good dark rides. Literally any other theme park or amusement park I've ever been to have bad dark, like one bad dark ride and 50 roller coasters.
I'm gonna say that Dark Castle is not a bad dark ride.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen a few, but I live in the South where we're just like, I won't get up on the high car and we'll go running around in a circle. Which is why recently we got, for my stepson, he got a free ticket to Six Flags, and Emily looks like, do you want to go to Six Flags? I know you love theme parks. And I'm like, let me see what they have that won't shoot me up 5 billion miles into the sky.
What you say back to that is Six Flags not a theme park.
Oh, yeah.
In no definition.
Yeah. Because have we talked on the show about the only dark ride I was able to find at Six Flags? This episode's now just dedicated to shit dark rides in theme parks.
No, I don't know what. I didn't know Six Flags did dark rides. I thought they just did roller coasters and drop rides and such.
Jimothy Murphy, this fucking dumbass ride is called the Monster Mansion. And I want you to imagine the worst Spooky Boy animatronics you've ever seen in your entire, like Frankenstein's there, and it's essentially like a house got abandoned and monsters moved into it, and none of them look good. And I'm like, okay, it's like a Haunted Mansion ripoff. I'd still probably ride it. And then I realized something. Jim, it's a water ride. I don't know why it's a water ride. I don't know why you get in a boat to go through the Spooky Boy Mansion. But you do. They're just like, fuck it. I like to think they're like, we don't have a dark ride and we don't have a water ride. Let's just do both of them at the same time. It's fine. I know it. Fuck theming. I don't care about theming. It's okay.
Maybe it's like a Scooby-Doo thing and they're doing it for like a real estate scam.
Yeah, at the very end there's an animatronic removing a mask off of one of the heads of the monsters. Oh man, that's the way you fucking make that ride better instantly. Oh man.
Put a talking dog in it.
I was trying to find more ways to waste time, so I looked up Dollywood. The first thing to come up was Blazing Fury, and I'm like, no, that's not what I want. Let's see.
There's actually like good stuff at Dollywood, just not this.
Well, Jim,
it's like if you went to Disney World and you said, I have one day here, what am I gonna do? And you said, I know, I'm going to ride Journey into Imagination with Figment, and then I'm gonna go home. Or I'm gonna watch.
No. You walk in and they're like, Journey into Imagination, this intense roller coaster experience. It's the best. It's the indoor roller coaster extravaganza. Journey into Imagination with Figment, and then it's just normal Figment. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Would Dolly Parton have made the final season of Game of Thrones better?
Yes, if she was fucking Daenerys.
Her and Ed Sheeran together.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers.
So I looked up Dollywood quiz, just because fuck it. And the first one...
Which Dollywood ride are you?
Jim! Don't fucking joke with me. The first one I got was from Dollywood.com, and it's, which Dollywood coaster are you? Dollywood is home to 8 amazing roller coasters. Whether you're a seasoned thrill seeker or a newcomer, Dollywood has roller coasters that range from kid-friendly to world record-breaking. So which one are you?
I will point out that I think the first drop of the Blazing Fury is meant to be like a collapsing bridge.
Oh yeah. It actually.
And there was a lot of comments that were like that. When I was 5, it scared the crap out of me. And
well,
that probably
it looks
would if you were like
dope. It reminds me of like in Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, how they shoot you and then the entire track starts shifting down. I'm like, that's really dope. I wish there was a shitty version of this in Tennessee I could ride.
Congratulations, you were the first person to ever say, hey, I know what Blazing Fury is like. Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts.
Okay. If you'd like, just look up Dollywood quiz and you can take it along with me, because I do want to know which coaster I am, because both of us know there's a damning 1-2-word sentence that would just relegate us to the worst podcast of all time, and it's you're Blazing Fury. Let's see, what's your favorite Dollywood sweet treat? Cinnamon bread, funnel cake, cookies, ice cream, or icy? My favorite thing about this is thinking about Disney World, where they have just like, they've got Dole Whips, and they've got Mickey cookies, and they've got the kitchen sink ice cream sundae. Meanwhile, Dollywood, they're like, we got fucking ices. You into ices? We got Coke and cherry, both of them. I'm gonna say, if it was a hot day in Dollywood, I'd probably fuck with an icy. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, no, I'm definitely gonna go with funnel cake. Where's your favorite seat on a roller coaster? Front row, middle, back row, or a bench or a rocking chair? Not on the fucking ride. I really dig front row. I like it fronting. What's your
I feel the next question is a leading question.
The next question is for a 5-year-old because it's just, what's your favorite color? And
I'm afraid picking red would lead down a bad road.
I'm having to because it's my favorite color. What's your favorite movie genre? Action, adventure, comedy, drama, romance, or scary? I'm a comedy boy myself.
Again, I think going at least one of those routes would cause a problem.
What's your favorite part of the roller coaster ride? The lift hill, the first drop, the loops, the airtime, or the end? I'm really into that first drop when you just get it and you're like, yeah. What's your favorite season? Winter, fall, summer, English, breakfast? Fuck, I don't know. I'm a winter fan. If you could have one of these superpowers, which would it be? Super strength, hyperspeed, time travel, flight, the ability to put out flames with your mind. What the fuck? I'm a fly boy. I want to fly.
Which one of these should I pick? Pick that one. Okay.
Oh, which one did you go for?
Time travel.
Oh, okay. What is, time travel, like back to a time where...
I would go back to 1964 and say, hey, Walt, I've seen the future of Epcot.
You won't like it.
Would you... I brought pictures.
I'm going to go back to the 80s and tell them to never build Blazing Fury.
I'm going to go back to 1955 and steal Johnny Be Good from African Americans.
Yeah. What is...
Like my hero, Michael J. Fox.
What is or what was your favorite school subject? English or a foreign language? Math, science, history? Unraveling the mystery, it all started with a Big Bang Bang. Okay, sorry. Geography, rest in peace, Big Bang Theory, or recess. Boy, this sucks because, like, I use English more often. But I
would hope so.
I really fuck with math. I loved math. But I think...
the next question is great.
Which of these activities do you prefer? Hiking, running, biking, swimming, or sitting?
Hey, freaking sitting! It's not an activity.
I don't fucking care. Attacked by this. Of all of these, I'm gonna go with swimming. What kind of fucking shoe is your favorite? And I feel like since this is Dollywood, the majority of answers are no shoes. Boots, sneakers, sandals, flip-flops, or no shoes. And I know I just joked about it, but no, I fucking love not rocking any shoes.
All right. Here it comes.
Fuck! Oh. No! No! Damn it! No! I'm so bitch! No!
What does your screen say?
Nothing! It says nothing, Jim! It doesn't say anything. It's a dumb ride for dumb people. Shit! No! My results for the quiz readout. You're fun-loving and have a great sense of humor. You're hardworking, but you don't take yourself too seriously. Your creativity and critical thinking skills are some of your greatest assets. Blazing Fury is a family-friendly indoor roller coaster that takes you through an 1880s South that's on fire. You'll maneuver dips and turns as you race against the clock to put out the fire. Fuck you, Dollywood. Fuck off.
I got very close to you because I got the Fire Chaser Express.
We both got flame rides. What's the fire... Here, hold on. Read out your description. I want to know what the Fire Chaser Express is.
Your friends know you as the problem solver and conflict resolver thanks to your level-headedness. They have never met me. You're always ready to lend a helping hand. You're a leader and a team player. Fire Chaser Express is the nation's first dual-launch family coaster with one launch forward and the other backward. It's a great step-up roller coaster for those who have ridden Whistle Punk Chaser, which sounds like an amazing rock band.
No, that's my ska band. Whistle Punk Chasers, that's us.
And Blazing Fury, and are ready for more thrills.
So if you've had enough Scottye Moore in your life, try Jim Murphy. The obvious next step up.
If you can handle 3 tiny drops...
Yeah.
And some creepy animatronics, ride this launch coaster. Which is literally like if you walked out of E.T. and they were like, hey, did you like E.T.? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, do you want to try something better? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, how about the Hulk?
Yeah, they're like, try Rip Ride Rocket. Go
Rockets.
So Jim...
I saw a video of that struggling to get over the first hill, and I was horrified.
Oh, God, what? Rocket?
Yes.
Oh, no.
It was like fighting. It was fighting with everything it had to get over that first hump.
Oh, no.
It was really creepy.
That's real scary, but I'm still probably going to ride it next time I'm back there. But Jim, we've done it. This was the least, just the least episode I think we've ever done. But it's fine, because next week, I want to bring a challenge that's a little bit different from what we've been doing. Because we've been trying to improve rides, but next week I want the best ride, which means I don't have just one ride for you to improve. I've got an entire genre. Whether that be Jurassic Park, whether that be Dinosaur, whether that be the Jurassic Exotic Boat Experience in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I want you to make the greatest dinosaur ride of all time. Next week is a brand new dinosaur.
I feel like you already did that with the singing.
Oh yeah, with
the shirts.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's right here. It's literally right here.
Our matching shirts that you can get at merch.aloadofpurebs.com that lets people know that you defeated the Tyrannosaurus Sax. Yeah, that's I feel like I did make the best, but I'm gonna try to outdo myself next week, Jim Murphy. But until then, where could people find you on the internet?
I'm on Twitter at ApparentlySmart. Please go there.
And you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo, that's SCOTTYEMO. Buy all my books on Amazon, the Queasel Corp Trilogy, BS vs. the Gods, and of course remember to check out all the other shows online at aloadofpurebs.com, ladies and gentlemen. And remember to support the good Opposite Attraction boys by picking up some merch. Please don't get the Tyrannosaurus Sax shirt. Apparently there's already too many in the world. And of course, you can also donate to our Patreon, like the Patreon saint of Opposite Attractions himself, Ransom Meltzer, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, you get access to our Discord, where you can hang out and chat with us. You get access to our exclusive show, You Paid for This, where me and Blake Tanner watch terrible movies and commentate over them. You get a lot of exclusive perks over at patreon.com/aloadofbs, but we understand not everybody's got money. So if you can't support monetarily, we understand. Just leave us a review on iTunes, or a like on the YouTube video, subscribe, whatever you can do to help would mean the world to us, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, until next week, remember to find Jim and me on Twitter at OpAtShow, that's spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you down with OPP?